Hello, it's Dulan with a card reveal from the upcoming Eternal Awakening expansion. Razia Vengeful Cannonlancer is a 4 playpoint Dragoncraft Follower with this effect. Clash, gain +1/+0 and last words deal X damage to the enemy leader, X equals this follower's attack. With Dragon Oracle, Razia can be played on turn 3, and when it is played on turn 3 the opponent most likely will need to trade at least 2 followers into this card, which means that due to the clash effect, Razia would deal at least 4 damage to the enemy leader when played early. Without Dragon Oracle, this card can be played on the first Evo turn, going second, and this means that she would at least have 5 attack points due to the clash effect, meaning that this card deals 5 direct face damage or even more when it is evolved. Razia can also be combined with cards such as Flamewinged Might or Reggie Peerless Artisan, or Wormfire Engineer to increase the damage of her last words effect, especially with Wormfire Engineer in the mid game. When Overflow is active, this card becomes a 4/4 rush thanks to the Bullet Bike, and combined with an Evo point though in combination with Bullet Bike, this becomes a 6/4 on paper, but due to the clash effect it would at least have 7 attack points, and therefore also deals 7 directly to the face when it is destroyed. In the late game, I can imagine this card being very annoying to deal with, in the same way as Wilbert Grand Knight, although Wilbert can be played around with by removing followers with spells or effects. However, Razia always deals face damage when destroyed. If this card gets to see play, it will most likely be played in a more aggressive or mid-rangey type of dragon, like we saw back in 2019 in Altosphere, where you just played a bunch of good cards in one deck. If you play this card, you should be more careful with evolve points, because this card really wants to evolve in the mid game to deal more damage. To evaluate this card, I would give this card a solid B. Right now, in my opinion, it is not worth it to play in the popular dragon builds like Discard Dragon, because Georges is better in that particular deck. With Wormfire Engineer, this card is really good though, and there need to be more cards like those which generate cards like Bullet Bike to make a more aggressive dragon deck viable. Georges already occupies the 4 playpoint slot in most dragon decks, so it has to be seen whether this will see play in a Discard Dragon or Ramp Dragon version. Thanks for watching, and a huge thanks to Tempo and Psy Games for letting me reveal this card. You can find me on Twitter at Captain Dolan.